right. Like what's the meaning of life? Like what's the meaning of life? Tell me, are you ready to pay that price? Late nights, early morning sacrifice. They tried to lock me in the cage and that ain't right. Scheming cause I won't eat in at night. Everywhere they go, they take they pole, I'ma keep my pipe. Had to show them boys that I won't no hoe, had to earn my stripes. Gotta pour my heart on songs I'm oozing pain for life. This shit run through my veins, hope it stay like this for life.
How you doing, everyone? I'm Shayla Jade. This is Chocolatecake101. This is my 6th time recording this. I don't know what it is today, and then normally I'll just edit, but I've just stopped, re-record. But we're doing this today because my brother is flying back to California, and I am supposed to be going to go say bye, or at least going to go see him before he leaves. Then my other brother is going to Copenhagen, and I was trying to hop on board with him. I still am, but I got to get all this shit done this week if I plan on even flying out. We'll see if that happens. Anyways, today I want to talk about manifestations. Real quick, just a quick brief thing I want to say to you guys. My channel, Chocolatecake101, is focused around talking about the things that are happening in this world from a spiritual standpoint. I understand that a lot of people in this world don't know shit about spirit, even though we all have one. I'm very into taking things from a spiritual standpoint to a more logical standpoint, and from a more logical standpoint to a spiritual standpoint, because I want everyone to understand that there is nothing that you don't do that is not divine. Everything that you do is from the ethers, is from spirituality, is from God. I think it's said in religion that there's nothing new under the sun, everything comes from God. And that is the truth. And a lot of times we just don't understand how it does. So I like to talk about it. Today I want to talk about manifestation. Now, manifestation, like a lot of things in spirituality, has been taken by people who know how to make it popular, and they have made it corny, they've made it beefy, they've made it complicated, they've made it bubblegum, real poppy, little cutesy teeny bopper. And I'm glad that they did that because they brought it to mainstream and they brought it to the people. But there's so much bullshit in it, and there's so much confusion in it. And then a lot of people who aren't bubblegummy just like shun it away. And so I want people to understand what manifestation is, how it's an everyday thing, how you've always been manifesting. You can't stop manifesting, but how can I use it to my advantage? So that is what I'm doing today. Manifestation, what is it? Again, I understand that this shit is corny, but it doesn't have to be, and it's not supposed to be. All manifesting is understanding that you, underneath it all, are a spirit, or underneath it all, you are not physical. Before you came here, once you leave, you're going to have other stuff going on. So when you look at my cell phone, when you look at the internet, when you look at TV, when you look at being able to cook things, the microwave, the oven, the washing machine, all these things, all these electronics, your car, all these things that work for you all day, every day. The scientists can explain it on a scientific level. It's all these molecules and all these atoms and neutrons and electrons and protons coming together to form things for you. Before an atom was called an atom and all that, whatever, all they are is just balls of energy, okay? It's molecules, or it's pieces of energy that is so small and put together and makes new things. Makes this something new, makes something new, makes something new. Now my legs are getting a little... I had to meditate earlier, so I'm already stuck together. Yes, so all a manifestation is it is something that you are taking from the ethers and bringing down to this physical reality. It is a thought, an event, a circumstance, something that happens, something that you can't interpret something that you haven't yet interpreted with your five senses. I've said this before: taste, touch, hear, smell, see. Something that's in the ethers, and now your body is interpreting it with one or more of those five senses, and now you are, because your body's able to do that, you're saying that this is real. Okay? What's happening in our world, especially if you live in like the United States or these, these modern societies, is you are letting things happen to you. So you're not creating them. Well, excuse me. You are not creating them on purpose. Things are happening and you are responding to it. This happens, I'm responding. This is happening, I'm responding. This is happening, I'm responding. And that is what I call victim mentality, when you let something happen to you instead of doing it yourself. I know the term may be a little bit offensive. It is a psychological term. I did not come up with it myself. You can do the research online. It's meant to be empowering, though, to let you know that you can live with more intention, not offensive. I'm going to get back to that, but hold on. Before I even get to that. So I just told you what manifesting is, just to give you an example of that. So if I am complaining before I leave the house to go to work, if I'm like talking about the traffic, oh, I gotta hurry and get out of here because the traffic's gonna be bad. That's my thought form. I said it because that's how I feel, because that's what my experience has been. Even though you are responding to what your experience has been, you're also at the same time simultaneously creating your future. That's what a time loop is. We are all stuck in these, here we go, we're stuck in these time loops because we take what we've experienced in the past and we plan for the future with what we've gone through. So that is called responding to reality, or like I said, victim mentality, rather than creating it. I'm not saying you shouldn't look at the things that have happened to create the new thing, but what I am saying is you got to start responding to it different, and this is why we're talking about it with my series. So you can go back and look at self-concept, you can look at mental diet, you can look at emotional intelligence, you can look at what I talk about with affirming, because what I'm saying is from now on going forward, we on the new wave with this Age of Aquarius, baby. We are creating our reality rather than responding to. We're getting out of these time loops. You're getting out of these cycles. All right. Another example is, if you think that bitch don't like you, that bitch don't like you. And you're probably on the same energy of, oh, that's what I was going to talk to you guys about. Polarity, dimensions, cycles, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So when we are manifesting, like we said, that you live in an infinite universe where there's all these different things that can play out, different realities, different dimensions about the different subjects. This subject here, this subject there, this subject there. So you are creating your life based on how you feel about different subjects. The main subjects that we talk about, that everyone talks about, is romantic love, relationships with the people that are around you, your relationship with money, your relationship with yourself, your physical appearance, as well as your health inside of you, how you feel, your emotions, how you feel, money, health, your goals in life. So we talk about workplace, things like that. So how you feel about those different areas. We talk about two main emotions, which is an abundance or an appreciation or love, or we talk about lack, which is fear, or people say hate, but it's really fear. So lack, having a great thought about it versus having a bad thought about it. So you are going to get everything that you think about. And how you think about that, it's your attention and your intention, what you focus on and how you focus on that. That is going to determine how it's going to play out for you. And when we talk about the universe and all the different ways it can play out, aka all the different dimensions, aka all the different states of reality that you're going to be in on something, we're talking about the different polarities. So, and then all the things in between those polarities. So when I say polarities, black, white, up, down, high, low, left, right, young, old, red or blue, all those different opposites opposing the two polarities, okay? And then everything in between. So if we're talking about black, white, there's like 10,000 different shades of colors between the two. If we're talking about being heterosexual, homosexual, as you guys are saying now, there's a whole bunch of ways you can be in between those two states, okay? That's for a whole nother build, but I'm just giving an example. If we're talking about young and old, there's all these different states in between young and old for what you perceive to be young and old. Up and down, between up and down, there's all these different areas. So you can manifest the lowest, the highest, and anything in between based off of your thinking. And that's why there's so many different ways reality can play out, because it's playing out in so many different realms, on so many different topics, and so many different beliefs, on so many different emotions. All right, that was good. I'm glad we went over that, because we're going to go over that 10,000 more times. I'm going to have to do a whole build on polarity and duality, but that's not for today. So, you are manifesting, like I said, and everybody else talks about this, you are manifesting all day, every day, based on what you assume about life, your self-concept, what you believe you're worthy of, and that's why I talk about self-concept, and how you emotionally respond to your reality. Because if you are responding, your emotions are energy that is moving your reality. Go back to my emotional intelligence vlog. I'll leave a link in the top. So your emotions, how you respond, is going to be the frequency that you're going to play this day out on. And that is what's going to come to you. The physical things, as well as the experiences, what you're going to experience. If you if you think he's cheating on you, he may or may not be, but you are helping to create that reality for yourself. So that's why you want to try to be more on a peace, in a peace way, in an appreciation mood, because you're bringing, that's what you're manifesting. I'm manifesting peace. I'm manifesting power. I'm manifesting all these wonderful things. I don't want to experience bullshit. So don't think about things that you don't want to experience. And it's not so much that you don't want to think about it in fear or in avoiding it. You're not thinking about it because you transmuted that energy. I'm not worried about this. But that's for another build, because I got to talk about the difference between being numb and attaching yourself between things, and then thinking that you can run from things, because you can't run from it. You have to transmute the energy. But again, that is for a different build. So stay tuned for that one. I'm 12 minutes in. Let's wrap this up, people. All right, so I do want to talk a little bit about creator mentality versus victim mentality. I've said a little bit about this already before when I talked about creating, just letting things happen to you, just letting things happen to you and responding to them versus creating it. So, for example, if I'm creating my day, right? So, it's my thigh, okay? It's my thigh. If I'm just letting my day happen. So A and B, right? If I'm letting my day happen, I just wake up in the morning or whatever time I wake up, or I wake up to an alarm clock and I go straight to work, right? That's what most people do. They wake up, they get the shower, they get dressed, and they go to work. That is someone who is just responding to the reality. Versus someone who's creating their reality, regardless of what time they have to go to work. They wake up in the morning with enough time to wake up intentionally, whether it's to an alarm clock or not. They wake up on purpose, and when they get up, they have a certain routine of things that they do. Most of the time, I would say, let's just go and say all the time, when you are creating, and when you're living from you can call it creator consciousness, God consciousness, whenever I am in charge of my destiny and giving myself more power, whenever I'm empowering myself more, I would do something that is for myself and for my spirit. So I always talk about, meditating, yoga, qigong, tai chi, shit. You can even do martial arts, Muay Thai, martial arts, working out, stretching, breath work, journaling, scripting, living in the end, doing mental exercises in your head before you get out of bed, writing down your day, planning your week, going over things, going over your bank account, your bank statement, your budget, knowing what you're doing, being consciously aware of what you're doing is a way that you are actually creating your reality. And the reason why is because you're keeping yourself accountable and you're keeping yourself in a higher state of mind. You will find that every boss, every person that sat at the table, every king, every god, every creator, they didn't just let shit happen. They created it. They had a plan. They worked on themselves. They were consistent, okay? So that was my next thing. How can I manifest better? I've already said it. Work on your self-concept. Go back and look at my videos and look at other people's videos about self-concept, mental diet, emotional diet, everyone is you pushed out, living in the end, not responding to 3D. This is not new. It's the words have changed and like the laws have changed, the name of the laws have changed, but this is ancient stuff that we're just recycling for the age of Aquarius, baby, okay? I'm an Aquarius, if you can't tell. Anyways, well, I am more than that, but yeah. This is about being able to stay consistent. This is about being able to practice living in the state of what you want more than you're living in the state of where you are or what you don't want. And I talk about that all the time. I want to give an example because this is a really good example. A lot of us have concepts about life that don't serve us. I have a really good friend. This woman is extremely magical. She's extremely powerful. I've been working with her since before she realized how powerful she was, okay? My whole thing was I wanted to teach her, I wanted to show her how she can think about her life in a way that benefits her rather than in a way that keeps her in a fighting mentality. Because most of people, specifically people in the spiritual community, they tend to think of themselves as warriors against some devil, whether it be the white devil, the white man is your devil, or whether money is your devil, or we won't say devil, we'll say dragon, whether the white man is your dragon, or whether the money is your dragon, or getting out of this ionosphere is your dragon. There's always some demon, dragon, devil, monster. And I keep trying to explain to people that if that's what you think, then that is what is. You can call it, I have a friend, she says it's an entity. Every time she gets into an argument with someone, or anytime something bad is going against her, she says there's an entity that doesn't want this to work out for me. And then she helps herself by saying, but I have, but my spirit guides, but my angels, but I'm so protected. I'm so protected. I'm so protected. Let me tell y'all something. And this is exactly what I said to my nephew before he transitioned. What you believe is what you believe. And I'm not saying that it's not true. But you can give your spiritual guides, your spirit team, the four quarters, your angels, your ancestors, whatever you want to call them. You can give them an easier time by assuming that you are not being attacked. You will manifest a better realm of people who aren't all around you trying to attack you. So let me say it this way. A couple years ago, my nephew, who is now transitioned, he was at a house party. And somebody was there with his friends. One of his best friends at the time was this little girl. He was at this house party and somebody came in shooting. There was a shooter that came in, pow, 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 shooting. And my nephew hit the floor and he was telling me, Aunt Shayla, I just knew I got shot. I was holding my armpit. I just knew I got shot. I just knew I got shot. And they come to find out he didn't get shot, but the little girl beside him, his best friend, she got shot. And sending her so much love, energy. She was been paralyzed. I don't know where she is now in life, but a couple years ago, and I would always ask about her. She's had to relearn how to walk. She had to relearn how to do things. These are young kids, y'all. that go through the craziest shit. But anyways, I told my nephew 2 things. One, do you see how protected you are? That even in the midst of you being at the wrong place at the wrong time, that bullet didn't hit you. It hit someone. It was inches away from you. Inches. That is a testament to how much, yes, you are protected. Because even in that midst, it didn't hit you. But then I said, I also need you to realize something else. You have put yourself in the position to where your spiritual guides, it wasn't that you weren't at that party, or that you left early, or that you came later, or that you were in another room, or that you were outside in the car when this happened. You were right in the middle of danger. So your self-concept, your mental diet, the things that you assume have put you in harm's way. And your angels, your ancestors, the motherfuckers who are protecting you are tired. Can you give them a break? I'm asking you, can you give them a break by assuming better things about your life? Stop assuming that you're always broke. Stop assuming that you barely pay your bills. Start assuming. Make better assumptions. From here on out, like I said, watch my last video if you're confused about how some of this works. From here on out, assume that I am someone who's financially stable. Assume that I am someone who is always protected and I don't even have to worry about danger. And I'm not saying just be free and put yourself out there. I'm saying change how you feel about yourself and the world around you. And you're going to start seeing a different reality around you. And I told y'all 3 days. In as little as 3 days. Everybody talks about 3 days. I want to say that to me, I learned that 3 days thing from Florence Scovel Shinn and Abraham Hicks, because they were talking about it takes 72 hours for you to start seeing your reality change. But right now it's like really popular when everyone says manifest in 3 days. It's really up to you, but what I'm saying is you're going to see changes, you're going to see a difference. The people around you will start treating you better. You'll start being, out of harm's way. I stopped assuming I was going to have bad traffic around me. I stopped assuming I was going to have crazy drivers. I stopped assuming. I stopped saying that I wasn't safe, and I stopped being unsafe. Well, for me, I was always safe, but you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that you can do. And that's how you get out of the time loop of crazy shit. This is what I've said to people, and I'm going to say it to you too. Take a look at your life, things that you don't like, and take a look at what the trend has been. You know what they say, same shit, different day. We find that a lot of our problems and the things that we don't like are cycles. And then look at what your beliefs are. So I always tell people, look at the energies. Like if you've been fighting with all these people, what are the energies that are associated? Most of the time you'll see that you're playing with the energy of competition, of jealousy, and of betrayal. And so you need to have different self-concepts around those things. Most people don't feel safe, and that's a whole nother build because I understand it. But that's a whole nother video vlog that I want to do. Most people don't feel safe, whether it's safe in their atmosphere or whether it's safe with their friends. You don't trust them, or you don't trust them with certain things. A lot of y'all don't trust people with money, or don't trust people with your partner. You don't trust. I'm not saying you don't have a reason to trust. I'm just saying when you create that assumption, you're going to get it every time. That's the whole belief around that concept. You know, when someone says, I knew it. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You didn't know it. You created it, bruh. You helped to create it. I'm not saying it was just you. A lot of things came together, but a lot of it is your self-concept throughout the years. And that is why you want to change how you think about things so that you can change what manifests into your life. So we're getting really into this. So let's just chop it up here. Manifestation is nothing more than taking your thoughts that you've been thinking, that you don't realize that you're thinking, and those thoughts are manifesting or coming into your reality. So in order to change what you're getting, you have to change how you think, and you have to change how you feel about what you think. That's gonna be all for today. I intend that you understood what I was talking about and that everything made sense to you. There's just all these things, you guys, but like I said, it is coming together. I intend that you found this video helpful. I intend that everything is going to start making more and more sense to you as we continue to go on through this topic. Like I said, I didn't say it. This is manifestation is part of my self-concept series. You can check out the other videos in my on my page. I'm not gonna stretch this out any longer. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace to you.